How to calculate the number of molecules in 1.8 grams of water. Now, anytime you have a question asking about molecules, you always have to consider Avogadro's constant. Avogadro's constant is 6.022 times 10 to the 23 anythings, and that is in 1 mole of anything that you have. So for instance, if you have 1 dog, then it will contain, in terms of chemistry, 6.022 times 10 to the 23 doggies. Right? Same thing goes for mole. So 1 mole of any element or atom, any would contain 6.022 times 10 to the 23 molecules. Therefore, if you're looking for molecules, right, you have to find out the number of moles in that amount of molecules. Now, in terms of this, they're asking for number of molecules, right? So, what we need to find out is the molecules. They gave us the grams. And we see we have a relationship here where we're looking for the amount of molecules present in moles. So, if you know from grams, you can find out how many moles are present. So, we know that 1 mole of water contains 18 grams. Where do you get 18 grams from? So we have 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. We add that together, we get 2 times 1 plus 1 times 16 to get 18. And the 1 is the 1 gram. Hydrogen weighs 1 gram and oxygen weighs 16 grams. Basically, we have to find molecular weight. Now from there, we have to find out how many moles. This is the question. How many moles of water are present in 1.8? Simple division and simple cross multiplication. So, in other words, it will look something like this. 1 over x is equal to 18 over 1.8. This chemistry is about a bunch of fractions. So to get x now, we do the same things we've done in math, and we multiply this side by x. Cross out, cross out. The same thing we do to this side, we do to this side. We multiply this side by x. Then we multiply this side by 1.8, and we multiply this side by 1.8. Of course, this goes. And to get rid of this, we divide this side by 18, and we divide this side by 18. Right? So what we should have now is 1.8 times 1 is 1.8. Everything all over 18 equal to x. And if we were to move this point, we would have now 18 over 180, which will give us 1 over 10, which will give us 0.1, and that will be moles. Great. So now that we have that, and we have this relationship up here, we can forget about the dog relationship. Right? That was just to make our life easier. And we can now say that if 1 mole of any element or compound contains this amount of molecules, then 0.1 mole of H2O will contain X molecules. And we did the same thing that we did a while ago. And please note that anytime a question asks for molecules or atoms or anything of the sort, it always involves Avogadro's constant. So look out for keywords like molecules and atoms, and then we would know that we have to use Avogadro's constant. So we did the cross multiplication again, or to make your life easier, we just say 1 over 0.1 equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23 over X. And then X should therefore be equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23 times 0.1, right? And that will be your answer. You can always go forward, but I don't have my calculator right now, which should be simple enough. We have 6.022 times 10 to the 23 times this in scientific notation will be 10 to the negative 1. Right, and then from there we could just add them, because with exponents you just add, and you'll be left with 6.022 times 10 to the 22. And there you have it, folks. Hope you enjoyed.